Strangeways, Here We Come is the fourth and final studio album by the English rock band The Smiths. Released on September 28, 1987, it reached number 2 on the UK Albums Chart, staying in the chart for 17 weeks. All of the songs on the album were composed by Johnny Marr, with lyrics written and sung by Morrissey. The album was certified gold by the Recording Industry Association of America on September 19, 1990. Slant Magazine listed the album at number 69 on its list of best albums of the 1980s, saying, "Whether or not Strangeways, Here We Come ended the Smiths' brief career with their best album has been the subject of considerable debate for nearly a quarter century, but it definitively stands as the band's most lush, richest work." Recording, the Smiths recorded what was to be their final studio album at the Woolhall Studios in Beckington, Somerset, England. Between the album's recording in March and its release in September 1987, Johnny Marr exited the group, consequently dissolving the band. Strangeways is the only Smiths album to feature Morrissey playing a musical instrument, piano in the song, Death of a Disco Dancer. Musically, Marr felt the band was ready to enter a new phase, and was determined to avoid formula and move away from their previous jingle-jangle sound. He started to look for different influences, finding an interest in the Beatles' White Album. The band used synthesized saxophone and string arrangements and drum machine additions. Recording in the Woolhall made the sessions more relaxed, as the wine cellar was fully stocked, and producer Stephen Street came slowly to understand the idea that the writing partners Morrissey and Marr were trying to put forth. Street later said that after the recording days there would always be late-night drinking. That was always after Morrissey had gone to bed. It wasn't really his bag. We'd carry on finishing overdues and then the records would come out. We'd be partying all hours. Marr would later defend this by saying, "But only after 10 or 12 hours of making some really good music, not as a substitute. It wasn't all one Spinal Tap Mongo fest." Morrissey and Marr feel the album is the band's best, with Morrissey asserting that, "We say it quite often. At the same time. In our sleep. But in different beds." Artwork and title, the sleeve for Strangeways, Here We Come, which was designed by Morrissey, features a murky shot of East of Eden co-star Richard Davalos. Davalos is looking at James Dean, who is cropped from the image. Dean was a hero of Morrissey's, about whom the singer wrote a book called James Dean Is Not Dead. 5 years later, when designing the sleeve for WEA's Best Compilations, Morrissey again chose Davalos as a cover star, and Davalos is looking at Dean, who is once again cropped. As revealed in Joe Slay's collection of Smiths and Morrissey sleeve artwork, PFOlism, Davalos was not the original choice for cover star. Morrissey wanted to use a still of Harvey Keitel and Martin Scorsese's One Call First, but Keitel declined to allow him to use the image. In 1991 Keitel relented, and the image was used on T-shirts and stage backdrops for Morrissey's 1991 solo tour. The album takes its title from Manchester's notorious Strangeways prison, whilst the line "Borstal, Here We Come" is taken from the novel Billy Liar. Strangeways, of course, is that hideous Victorian monstrosity of a prison operating 88 to a cell, Morrissey has ironically explained. On the title, Marr has said, "I've learned to love the title. It was a bit overstating things somewhat. A little bit obvious. But it's okay. I was always intrigued by the word Strangeways. I remember as a kid, when I first heard that the prison was really called that, I wondered had it not occurred to anybody to change the name. It's still befuddling, really." Morrissey has also stated, "Really it's me throwing both arms to the skies and yelling, whatever next." Release. The album rose to number 2 on the UK Albums Chart and number 55 on the US Billboard 200. 2 final songs were recorded in May 1987 to provide B-sides for the album's lead single, Girlfriend in a Coma. 2 more singles were taken off Strangeways, Here We Come. Their B-sides were drawn from archival recordings. Reception. Writing about the album retrospectively in 2014, Benji Taylor of Pretty Much Amazing called the album the definitive Morrissey and Marr record. With hooks that could disembowel a Targaryen dragon, unforgettable chord progressions, and melodies that would make Orpheus weep. In addition, he believed that the album was not blighted by the production issues that blemished their debut. Track listing: all songs written and composed by Morrissey and Johnny Marr. Personnel: The Smiths, Morrissey Euro vocals, piano on Death of a Disco Dancer, Johnny Marr Euro guitar, keyboards, harmonica, auto harp, synthesized strings and saxophone arrangements, Andy Rauch Euro bass guitar, Mike Joyce Euro drums. Additional production: Stephen Streeter Euro additional drum machine programming on I Started Something I Couldn't Finish, Paint a Vulgar Picture, and Death at One's Elbow, and strings arrangement for Girlfriend in a Coma. The sleeve notes list Orchestrasia Ardwick as being responsible for performance of the strings and saxophone arrangements. In reality, this is Johnny Marr and his synthesizer, Johnny Marr, Morrissey, and Stephen Streeter Euro producers, Steve Williams Euro assistant engineer. Charts, album, references.